Royal family warned Prince Harry and Meghan Markle could launch further attacks any time. Buckingham Palace is braced for more potentially damaging revelations when Prince Harry publishes his memoir later this year. The royal family has no idea how far he and Meghan Markle will go, one expert has warned. Jonathan Sacerdoti was speaking after the confirmation of Harry's rumoured £14.6 million, $20 million, deal with Penguin Random House, with the book due to hit the shelves sometime in autumn in a move which is unlikely to please Queen Elizabeth as she gears up for her Platinum Jubilee early next year. The journalist, a regular commentator on Sky News as well as a contributor to The Spectator, said the Duke and Duchess of Sussex's behaviour since quitting the UK for the US, including their explosive interview with Oprah Winfrey, was pushing to the limits the Windsors' tried and tested maxim of never complain, never explain. He said, "They've already started," whether it was that apparently throwaway comment, just after the big Oprah interview where Prince William, very deliberately said, "We are not a racist family," or whether it's other reactions. It was the Queen's own words in the statement when she said recollections may vary. These aren't never complain, never explain moments, these are explain minimally. Mr. Sacerdoti said there was undoubtedly a realization in the palace, within the communications and PR teams if not within the royal family itself, that Harry and Meghan were potentially causing enormous damage not only to the reputation of the individual royals but to the reputation of the crown and the monarchy at large. He added, "That's a massive problem in terms of how they need to behave in reaction." But I think also, on the other side, there's the awareness that nobody quite knows how far they'll go. There's obviously more than they could say at any time. There would be in any family, but the royal family, in particular, will be afraid of what other things Meghan and Harry might say or do if the other royals react too strongly in reaction to what they've done already. So I think that it's been a careful balance on the part of the royal family. Referring to what additional claims the pair could make, Mr. Sacerdoti said, "They could say more about any of the things they've hinted at so far. So there is the issue of who said what, in relation to the skin color of their then future children. There are clearly other things as well within the royal family that we don't know about. And I think that in itself would make certainly the communications team of the royal family afraid, if not the individual members of it. So far, they have thrown some grenades at the family, but they've been quite small ones compared, presumably to what they could do. Anybody in any family knows certain things that they wouldn't share with the outside world. But if you then take that to the large scale, and the giant stage on which the royal family act out all its dramas. Undoubtedly, they could have a huge effect if they decided that that's what they wanted to do. So far, Theve talked about the damage that the family did to Harry's mental health and to Meghan's mental health, the attitude towards that mental health problem that Meghan said she had, the potential racism that they are alleging exists in the family, the cutting off of money, though again we're talking about an incredibly privileged, exceptionally wealthy couple who were complaining that in their near middle age, they were being cut off by their family. They could be talking about what Harry called it, the genetic effect of the damage done by being born into the royal family, or the bad parenting that he alleged he was the victim of that. So far there's been a plethora of quite damaging allegations against the family. It's not to say that maybe some of them aren't untrue, they may well be true. He may well have these very genuine grudges against the family. It's just a question of how you choose to share them and act them out, and who you choose to tell them to. And it seems to me, so far, but they are very deliberately and calculatingly revealing what they want to at the right moments in order to build their own brand and reputation. They could be doing this all quietly, and Harry could be sharing these problems and hang-ups privately with a therapist, and not telling them to the world, but Oprah Winfrey isn't a therapist. As for the couple's motivations, Mr. Sacerdote said, I think it's hard to second-guess what members of the royal family, working or otherwise, are feeling. He stressed he did not have personal insights, given he had not actually met either of them, but added, I think that we can, in the case of Harry, see what he tells us overtly, so he has explained quite a bit in his interviews, whether it was with James Corden, or without Oprah Winfrey or with others, how he feels, and so has Meghan. And I think that he's promising in this book, which it's being said he will receive a $20 million advance for. I think he's promising to share a very personal telling of his own life. So I think there is that potential that he will be opening up to us how he feels on why he's behaving this way.